That's a beat. I don't know this my goddamn.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Colin. Just wanted to give a quick review to you guys about Umzu's Force So 50.
Of course, your husband has a lot of drawbacks. If he had none, he would never marry you. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. The load of tomorrow, added to that of yesterday, carried today, makes the strongest falter. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all.
Careful what you say there, boss.
Keep busy. It's the cheapest kind of medicine there is on this earth, and one of the best.
Amen.
Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. Our thoughts make us what we are. Knowledge isn't power until it's applied. One reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Personally, I am very fond of strawberries and cream, but I have found that for some strange reason, fish prefer worms. So when I went fishing, I didn't think about what I wanted. I thought about what fish wanted. Two men looked out from prison bars. One saw the mud, the other saw stars. Be more concerned with your character than with your reputation. For your character is what you are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. When fate hands you lemons, make lemonade. Remember, happiness doesn't depend upon who you are or what you have. It depends solely upon what you think. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you.
Amen.
Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and resentment. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. You'll never achieve real success unless you like what you are doing. The expression one wears on one's face is far more important than the clothes one wears on one's back. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Feeling sorry for yourself and your present condition is not only a waste of energy, but the worst habit you could possibly have. The only way I can get you to do anything is by giving you what you want. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. If you want to change people, why not begin on yourself? That is a lot more profitable and a lot less dangerous. Fear doesn't exist anywhere except in the mind. Act as if you were already happy, and that will tend to make you happy. A smile costs nothing but gives much. Are you bored with life? Then throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart. Live for it, die for it, and you will find happiness that you had thought could never be yours. The only way to influence people is to talk in terms of what the other person wants. Keep busy. The worried person must lose himself in action, lest he wither in despair. 3/4 of the people you will never meet are hungering and thirsting for sympathy. Give it to them, and they will love you. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. One day you will regret that you did not hear these quotes earlier. Do not lose the opportunity. Watch our next video.
I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Carl Jung. The sad reality of most human beings is just that. Most people do believe they are what happened to them. Most people equate self-worth with their past, with their achievements, with how other people view them. But we are none of those things. We are, as Jung puts it, who we choose to become. We are always one decision away from a completely different life. What happens to us is never a choice, but how we choose to feel about what happens is always our choice. How we choose to respond to life circumstances is a choice. Who we decide to be in every moment, including adversities, will determine the quality of our life. Leave your past behind and decide today, now, who you will be from this moment forward. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Carl Jung. Why do bad things keep happening to me, some say? Why do the same negative kind of people keep appearing in my life? The unconscious, or rather subconscious, controls almost all human behavior. It has been said that almost all brain activity happens on a subconscious level. The problem is, most people do not understand this basic principle, and therefore are running their life on autopilot, repeating the same reactions and responses, and often repeating the same problems over and over again in a figure-8 loop. Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Until you change the reactions, responses, and actions you've conditioned into yourself unconsciously, you won't see different outcomes in your life. Until you learn why you are acting in a certain way, you'll never be able to act better. Until we learn why we feel a certain way on a consistent basis, we will not be able to consistently feel better in any way. You need to step back and examine your life. Examine you. What feelings, behaviors, habits, and actions are running on autopilot? What can you bring forward to the light, into your consciousness, into your presence? If you can manage that, you can start changing those habits consciously. With repetition, you can reprogram these new habits, feelings, and behaviors into your new subconscious program. Better habits, better reactions, better outcomes. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It is far better to take things as they come along with patience and equanimity. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Carl Jung. Without the contrast of sadness, happiness does not exist. Without dark, there is no light. A happy life, then, is not one without sadness or misery or failures or problems. A happy life, a full life, is a life with meaning. If you had in your possession every penny on earth and all the material possessions you desire, it would still give you no guarantees of happiness, and certainly no meaning. You don't need things, money, or possessions to have meaning, but meaning does make for a rich life. With meaning and purpose in your life, you can face the inevitable challenges of life without fear. With meaning and purpose in your life, you can let go of the past because there is always a brighter future to work toward, to believe in tomorrow. Meaning and purpose give you reason to get up in the morning, enthusiasm to go about your day, purpose for living. Kindle a light in the darkness of your being. Discover who you are. Develop a life of meaning and purpose, and accept every inevitable challenge that comes your way. It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. Carl Jung. Whatever happens in your life is not reality, but rather your interpretation of it. Let me repeat. Whatever happens is not reality, but your interpretation of reality. On one of your best days, a challenge appears, and you deal with it with presence, with confidence, with competence. Then, the challenge disappears, perhaps even turns into a blessing, a new understanding. On one of your worst days, the same challenge appears. You react angrily, unconsciously. The challenge turns into a bigger issue, a larger problem, and consequently affects your life and others in a much bigger, not so pleasant way. What happened? It was the same challenge. It depends how you look at it. We've all experienced moments like this. Problems that escalated due to our reaction. Challenges that disappeared due to our reaction. It is not how things are, but how we see them. We can see beauty in anything and ugliness in anything. The real question is, what do you choose to see? Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Carl Jung. We have to step back and catch ourselves judging. And this is not easy, because we all want to think of ourselves as good human beings, and you may well be. But you must take ownership of your judging as much as the next person. Judging people, judging things, judging circumstances. How do you judge? Who do you judge? Has there ever been a moment in your life where you've judged a person or a situation and then realized you were completely wrong? I think we've all had this experience. We should never judge a person or a situation where there are no facts. If we don't know, we must accept we don't know and expect the best. We really do choose how we see everything, and anything can be seen through a positive, optimistic lens if that is our intention. Make it your intention.